Hey team, this is Evolve Strong with CJ, and this is CJ. I help you lose 10 pounds in 5 inches in 28 days, guaranteed. Had our first weigh-ins today for the new shreds that I've started at 7 a.m. and at 10 a.m. And on Wednesdays, I always take a waist measurement. Obviously, that's part of the program. So every Wednesday, I get the measuring tape and I measure around the belly button, the circumference from the belly button all the way around. And in today's session, each and every individual, it ranged from 1 inch to about 2.5 inches down on each individual that I measured. Congratulations, fucking amazing work. Now, let's talk a little bit about how you, listening to this, can lose the inches around your belly button. It is a process, and it's a slow process for the most part, unless you're being guided by me. But let's talk a little bit about the strategies that I use that you can do right now. Number one, you have to work on it every single day. You have to work on it every single day. You can't just sit there and try to manifest a six-pack. You can't. There's no way in hell, unless you have that 0.0001 genetic line of a high metabolism and already, an infrastructure that just looks like a Greek god, right? Now, if you're that 0.0001%, the ones that are on Instagram, those 10 to 15 guys that are constantly looking on Instagram that, have that perfected body, good for you. This is not for you, all right? But if you're busting out of your jeans, or if you have, that dumb block, what is it? The belt done, the pant done flop over the belt. I forget how you call it. When you suffer from that syndrome. If this is you, then listen up. You got to work. You got to fucking do the work. You can't just sit there and think about it, right? So what kind of work do you need to do? Now, listen, I am a firm believer in sit-ups. I freaking love sit-ups. Now, if you have a bad back or you haven't done a sit-up in years, and don't be going out and doing a sit-up, a basic crunch is just fine. But you can't just do 5 crunches once a week. You got to do about 100 crunches a day to begin to affect change. My daily homework with the Shred Group is no less than 100 reps of some kind of abdominal workout. It could be a crunch, a V-up, bicycles. It could be many different things that I create in my head. And I keep it simple. I keep it very basic. Now, I do have to admit that some of the deconditioned individuals have suffered a little bit, of abdominal, probably a little bit of a strain, a sprain, that kind of stuff. And again, if you guys have herniations, be very careful with full sit-ups. So there's a caveat for everything. There's even a study out now where they say burpees are bad for you. Do you know what a burpee does? What a burpee does is it actually trains you to fall efficiently. And it's not if we're going to fall, it's when we're going to fall in life. And what a burpee does is helps you get up and down off of the floor, helps quick reaction time, and does it correctly. Come on, guys. I don't get it. And then there's studies out there that, sit-ups will hurt you, whatever. You know what? How are you going to get up out of bed? Seriously, what do you do to get up out of bed? You do a sit-up. Come on, guys. Anyways, neither here nor there. If you are just beginning, start a regimen of 100 crunches per day, period. You don't have to do them all at once. Do 25 right when you wake up, 25 at lunch, 25 right before dinner, 25 right before you go to bed. 25 good crunches. Hands behind the head, never pull on that neck. Breathe out on the way up, in on the way down, and hold for just a little bit and bring it back down. Laying flat on the floor. You don't even have to lay flat on the floor. You could actually be on a little bit of an elevated, or you could even lift your legs up. Lift your legs up. If you can't lay down, get on your bed. Well, you're in your bed, so you can do it in your bed. If you're laying down in your bed, you can do it in your bed. Okay? So think about that. That's number one. You got to move daily. Got to move daily. If you want to affect change in your belly, you got to move daily. Second thing, guys, abs are cooked in the kitchen. Abs are not developed in the gym. Now, I do have to say this, though, that when you focus on an area of the body and you work it every single day, you are going to affect change. And it means a very simplistic thing is called toning. And what toning does is instead of your muscles being floppy, it pulls them together, it tightens them, right? And then two guys, if you are activating the core, that area, you're going to start moving shit around. You're going to start affecting change there. Maybe you start getting some of that adipose fat, breaking it out, and you're going to start pulling your muscles into where effectively you're toning up, you're shrinking that belly. Okay. So that really does help to a point, to a point. Now, if you're going out on a weekend and drinking like, a 24 pack of beer, or going every day and getting an apple fritter like I love to, right? I'm not every day though. I've pulled that back. But I get into these weird habits. Like right now I'm in pistachios, but neither here nor there. You got to start focusing on what you eat. Okay. You have to. And very simplistically, don't make this any more complex than it has to be. Start logging your diet and establish a max caloric load for your day. Establish a budget that you will not go over for that day. So say if you're eating, first off, you got to figure out how many calories you're eating. I use MyFitnessPal. Don't do the upgrade. It's called MyFitnessPal. It's by Under Armour. Again, MyFitnessPal. It's a free application. There's Noom and all different kinds of other ones you can use. Set your calories and stick with them. Okay. And every week, measure. And you got a third thing is you got to measure. You got to figure out, you got to understand where you're starting from and where you're going. So every week, begin to measure. Measure your belly button every single week. Same time, same day, same whatever, okay? So those are the three main aspects of reducing your belly. Number one, you got to work on it. Minimum of 100 crunches, do more as you get stronger, do more. Or increase intensity by adding weight, or increase intensity by adding speed. Just do increase intensity every time you can. Number two, control what you're eating, the calories that you're eating. Now, if you have a hot date on a Friday, drink the damn bottle of wine. Some of you bottles, some of you just a glass of wine, and eat what you want. But again, moderate. So the day before, reduce your calories, and the day after, reduce your calories so that you have at least a stabilized caloric load throughout the week. Okay? So you have any variance. So as long as you have one variant stable, which is your caloric inload, and then your output has increased with your 100 crunches per day, and then you measure, you're gonna get results. You're gonna start getting results on reducing your belly. Now, if you can begin to reduce your calories on a daily basis, say you're starting at 1,500 calories and you drop to 1,400 on a weekly basis, now you're beginning to reduce weight. When you begin to reduce weight or the calories in, and you're still burning or using the same amounts of energy, you're gonna begin to reduce your weight and more than likely your fat stores, which are right around your belly. So when your calories go down, your output goes up in regards to working out, and you measure, you hold yourself accountable, you should start getting results. This is my secret recipe here, guys. There's no elixir, there's no magic, there's no pills, there's no abdominal electrodes that guarantee you 10,000 sit-ups right here. No, that's bullshit. It's real work, real sweat, and it's real food, right? So that's my secret. That's my secret. And I hope that helps you in reducing your belly so you get rid of that dung flop. Now listen up, guys. I'm going to ask you, please, 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 please. It helps me out a ton. If you are not following this podcast, do it. Do it now. And if you guys wouldn't mind, leave me a 5-star. I'd really appreciate that too. Leave me some feedback. Really would appreciate that. Hey guys, Shred is started. I would love to help you guys out. 7 a.m., 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m.s are open pretty well. 7 a.m. starting to fill up pretty good, but I'd love to have you guys. 505-370-7771, 505-370-7771. Thank you guys. Have a great day. From our tears, remember, start strong, stay strong, always be evolving, utmost strong. Bye.